everyone. Okay, I didn't even put. I don't think I put. Um, I don't think I put a title on this video. But however, who has ordered from Tamo of recent? Because I'm trying to grasp, I'm trying to understand, should I say, how this site works, because I don't really seem to get the inconsistency, and should I say lies, because I really feel that they are dishonest. Okay, good. I really feel like they are dishonest, and I did order a couple of things from them, and I ordered, I think, 5 to 8 stuffs from Temu, and they all weren't what I ordered. They weren't what I ordered. Oh, okay. They weren't what I ordered at all. And I was really hoping that my case would be somewhat different. Just really hope this light doesn't die soon. And okay, you guys should please join my live and subscribe, okay? How does this work again? How does this work? To create a short, okay. That's understandable. I'm still trying to get a hang on how live videos work. I think I need to adjust this light so it doesn't die on me. Because if this light dies, the live is over. So this is my third live. This is my third time coming live. And yeah, they say, I think they say 3 times is the charm. So this is my third time coming live on any social media platform. And so I don't really understand yet. I've not really gotten a hang of social media. I'm not a social media person per se, but like I stated in my previous live videos, I am trying to build a brand. Yeah, I'm trying to build a brand. So building a brand demands or requires an audience, right? So I'm trying to build an audience while building a brand. So that's by the way. Let's talk about anxiety. This is a cooking channel, anyways, but on my lives, I would like to touch different topics that I'm kind of conversant with. Okay, so let's talk about anxiety and anxiety and depression, because these days most people have severe forms of anxiety. Hi Enoch, hi. These days most people have severe forms of anxiety and depression, and they don't really know how to, should I say, navigate. They don't really know how to navigate their emotions or their feelings. And most people don't really take mental health seriously. Yes, I said it. Most people, especially in the part of the world that I'm in, most people don't really take mental health seriously. Everything is a joke. Everything is a joke to them. Mental health is nothing. So I've seen um I'm a satisfied or certified psychologist. I have a degree in psychology, and I also have a degree in hospitality management. Okay. I've seen cases, right, where people are showing severe forms of anxiety, depression, and and people are not really taking them seriously. Why? Because they feel like there is nothing like anxiety, there is nothing like depression, and they write off those cases. But when you go to hospitals, okay, let's leave hospitals aside. When you go to even secondary schools, right? When you visit secondary schools, primary schools, and you hear how children and how people talk in general, you understand that most people suffer from severe forms of anxiety and depression, right? And we're not really, should I say, equipped in this part of the world. We are yet to actually accept the fact that there is something like this. There is something like this. And even when people come out and say, "Oh, I'm suffering from this," they don't take them seriously. They do not take them seriously. However, from the couple of cases I've seen, or the couple of cases I've witnessed over the years, anxiety and depression is real. Okay. And if you feel some way, if you feel like you're not mentally sound, you're not mentally okay, you're not emotionally sound, because the emotions and the mental, they're all intertwined. Okay. So if you feel like you're not okay mentally, you're not okay emotionally, it's okay to ask for help. It is very much okay to ask for help. So if you feel some kind of way, ask for help. It's okay to see a doctor. You're not different from anybody for wanting help. In fact, you're even brave. You're brave enough to ask for help. Then you should give yourself a pat on your shoulder, because not everybody asks for help when they're in a bad situation. Okay. So if you're in a situation and you know that you need help, please speak up. I'm seeing so many weird and absurd cases right now on what do you call it, Instagram, on TikTok, of people being depressed, and people are writing them off. People are writing them off in school. Okay, let me share a story with you guys. When I was in school, that was 2018, 2018, 2019. There was this girl that was severely depressed, right? And when she told people that she's depressed, nobody, "I need help, can you help me?" Nobody really took her serious. Let me get done with my story, Mr. Muhammad. Nobody really took her seriously back then, right? When she made statements of being depressed and having issues. And let me say, a month or 2 months later, she ended it all. She ended it all. And the same people that like were making fun of her, "Oh, she can't be that depressed, it's not that serious," were the same people who are still bashing her even after she had ended it all. So sometimes I think humanity, we as humans, we have lost, should I say, our sense of reasoning, and we have lost our kindness as well. We have lost our sense of reasoning and we have lost our kindness. It's very rare for you to see someone who is genuinely kind without having bad intentions. It's very rare for you to see someone in today's time and age who is, genuinely there to help without having bad intentions. Some people be like, "Oh, I need assistance," and you choose to give them assistance, and them even coming to you to ask for assistance, they may have something bad at heart, and you who is also helping them also have something bad at heart. So it's very rare for you to see someone who um willingly wants to help. Hi, Victor. Victor, right? Hi, Victor. Good evening and welcome. So, if you're joining the live, please subscribe. I'm a cooking channel, I'm a food channel, and I'm trying to build a brand. I'm trying to get more reputable, and I don't really post my face on my channels, but I got advised to be more on my social media platforms to earn trust and to earn visibility as well and to grow as well. So I really like if you guys can support my journey. Thank you very much. So I was saying this girl ended it all, and I think they found her body a couple of days after she had ended it all. And her friends who knew the stories or why she was depressed, they later understood that she actually was really depressed. Depression is not something we should take lightly. Depression is not something we should take lightly. I think if we are more considerate as human beings and if we're more kind and less selfish, I think the rate of depression would actually drop. It will actually drop. The rate of depression would drop if we're kind, because someone might be going through a lot at some point, right? And they tell you, "Oh, I'm going through a lot. I have this going on, I have this going on." And instead of you offering help, you make fun of the person and you tell other people about the person's situation. A situation, however, that a person confided in you. A situation a person confided in you. You found it best to spread the person's worries or the person's sorrows to the entire world to hear. So I find it ridiculous. And I think I also heard another creator on Instagram. She made mention that people have lost their kindness. Yes. And it's actually true. People have lost their kindness. It's hi, hi, um, how do you pronounce your name? Josie? Hi, how are you? Welcome. People have lost their kindness. People have lost their touch with humanity. People have lost touch with reality. Those two things. Welcome. Where are you chatting from? Thanks. You're welcome. People have lost their touch with humanity and reality. And you see someone post on social media that, "Oh, hi, I'm also in Nigeria as well." You see someone post that they are going through something on the internet or they're celebrating a job, they got a job, and instead of someone to congratulate them and say, "Oh, you got a job, I'm happy for you," you see, oh, someone making mockery of the job they got, or someone making statements that, "Oh, it's not that big of a job." Like, I think we've lost the ability to actually celebrate with people. How's your day? My day is fine. How about yours? We've lost the ability to actually celebrate with people and genuinely be happy for people. Those two things. We have lost that. And if you can't be happy for someone's wins, how then do you expect people to be happy for your own wins in the long run? Back to depression and anxiety. Back to that topic. So, I always oblige people to be kind, to be considerate in everything they do. Mind the words you say to people, mind the way you present those words to people, because someone might be on their very last straw. Someone might be on their very last straw, and just one hurtful word from you ends it all. Yes, just one hurtful word from you, kinda upside down. What happened? Do you mind sharing? Do you mind telling me what happened and why your day ended up that way? So, um, kindness, kindness. Like you can even see animals. I think animals are actually even kinder. I don't know if people actually watch Niger Wild. Like the same species of animals, they are actually kinder to themselves than the way most humans treat fellow human beings. Yes, they're actually more kinder. They're nicer, they're more caring, they're more considerate to themselves than the way most human beings act to each other. And it's quite ridiculous because I mean, I mean, I think you're talking about, yeah, um I'm talking about depression today. I'm talking about depression, I'm talking about anxiety, and I'm talking about humanity in general, kindness. So, like I said initially, I don't think we as human beings are being kind to each other. If you walk on the streets, like there are 1,001 things people have to say about you as an individual. They don't mind what you are going through. They don't mind what you're just coming out from. Nobody gives a damn anymore. All they care about is what you as an individual brings to them. So, like I said, I don't think we as human beings are being kind enough. I don't think we're being considerate enough. I'm a kind guy. Oh, that's good for you. I don't think we're being kind enough. I don't think we're being considerate enough. I don't even think you think it's a good thing that you think you're kind. I can always tell people, even at work, it's just the nature of. But do we have to be that way? Cristiano, do we have to be that way? I know they say the heart of man is continuously wicked, but do we have to be that way? We really don't have to be that way. I think that if you're more considerate to one another, a lot of things that we are going through will not be that way. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I always believe that if someone is having an issue and I can solve that issue, I should be able to help. So if I'm having an issue and I come to you after helping you, and then you can't assist, and okay, you can't assist, you can't give words of encouragement. So why then are you close to that person? Why then are you friends with that person when you can't assist or you don't have the, should I say, the heart to help? You see animals drowning. I watched a documentary about elephants. That was I think last week. Was it last week or this week? A documentary on elephants, and okay, this baby elephant, she got stuck in the mud, right? She's little. The pack could leave her, right? But the whole pack came and rallied round to make sure she got unstuck from that mud. The whole pack came to rally round to make sure that she didn't die in that situation. And I watched another Nadia Wild documentary, right? It shouldn't, but since man is fallen, man can only. You're not lying, honestly. You're not lying, but I really feel like we can do better. We can really do better. I know that there are many bad people out there, but I always try to give people the grace. Bye. Okay, bye, Josh. Thank you so much for coming on here. I'm really grateful. I just subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing as well. I'm grateful. I'll see you some other time. So, can't we just be good? I know that everyone can't be good at all time. Fine and good. That's understandable. But why does the vast majority have to be bad? Why does the vast majority have to be bad? Why do you see someone and then you can't think, oh, this person looks nice today. That's great. You look happy today. That's great. You have to think something evil all the time. That's ridiculous all the time. You can't think of anything positive. Your mindset is always negative. You have an issue. What is my definition of good? Oh, what is your definition of good? Because I may give you my definition of good, of someone being good, and then my definition is actually your definition of, of someone being bad. But my definition of good, like I said, always kindness, like I'm saying all this while, kindness. Kindness, being considerate, like considering people's feelings first. Fine, put yourself first as well. I won't advise anybody to put other people before themselves. Put yourself first. Prioritize yourself as well, but be kind. That's my definition of being good. Be kind. We all know what being kind is. I can't see you today and you're obviously thirsty or you're starving and I have and I won't give. No, I won't do that. I can't see you. I can't see someone crying, and I won't stop to ask, "What happened? Are you okay?" But these days, even someone who is in an accident might be a little bit deeper. I'm a Christian as well, and that's why I said I just generalized it and said being kind, being kind. And you see someone like, okay, there was an accident that occurred a couple of days ago, and instead of people to actually rush in, people with cars to actually rush in and help, they were filming. Isn't that madness? They were filming why someone is practically dying. They were filming. So, like I said, we've lost our humanity. I don't even think these days like there's a difference between us and the lower classes of animals because we don't even act the way they would act in case of emergency. We don't act that way. They were filming, and the person later died actually. The guy later, he died. And I'm sure that there were hours, there was enough time for the person to be saved. But nobody actually flinched. So, like I said, we humans, we need to do better. If we can give animals good treatment, we can be kind to animals. Why can't we kind to ourselves? I was on someone's what do you call this platform again? TikTok. I was on someone's TikTok and the woman was saying I experienced something similar to at the present. Sometimes I'm like, isn't it just better that I just keep working hard and I get like all the money I want to get and just go and stay in the wilderness? Because why? Like it's best. God of mercy. Like, why? The world is crazy. It's really crazy out here now. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. And okay, like I was saying, I was on someone's TikTok, and I think it was European TikTok, and the lady was talking about um animals' lives being no, human life is more important than animal life. Human lives are more important than animals' lives. And if that people in the comments were arguing that animals are more important than human beings. So if a situation came and they had to save either a human being or an animal, they would rather save an animal than a human being. Fine and good. These people might have gotten bad experience. They might have been in bad relationships, bad friendships. They might have terrible human beings around them. But is that enough for you to choose your fellow human being, the same species, the same race sometimes, to die? The person didn't do any, even the person did something bad to you, and you prefer that person going than a chicken, a hen. I don't really understand. I don't really understand. If I tell you that I'm not scared of the way um human beings think these days, I know that not everybody is bad. Not everybody is bad. I have encountered really good people. I've encountered really good people. Like, my prayer most times is, God grant me the gift of men. God grant me the gift of men. That's the gift of friendship, the gift of good people around you. Nothing beats that. Anytime, any day, nothing beats having good people around you, intentional people around you. And when you have intentional people around you, you're certain that if you're in trouble, that someone definitely would help you. There are times that I've been in trouble, I've been in serious mess, and it's the people around me that saved me. The people around me that saved me. So I can't really say that everybody is bad. Not everybody is bad. Not everybody is bad. That's the only, should I say, the only glimpse of hope that I actually have, that not everybody is bad. But you need bad people to help. It teaches you endurance and patience. True, it does. I won't say you're being false, or you're full, or what you're saying is false. I won't say that. But I think that humanity can actually do better. We can do better. We can really do better. I was so shocked when people were arguing, like it was it was actually a fight in that comment section about human beings and animals. Like, I couldn't even say much. I was just reading the comments with my mouth open. And the one that really put me in shock was when someone typed if he had to sacrifice, I think, 100 or 1,000 human beings for a dog or a chicken. I can't really remember the animal he used. He would gladly do it. He would gladly do it. I was so shocked. So, like, what are we turning into? Like, what are we turning into? We're even turning worse than the beasts, the animals that we're trying to save. What do you think? Like I said, we need to be kinder. We need to be nicer. We need to be kind. We need to be kind. And have you heard of this word that people say um nobody owes anybody anything. You don't owe anybody. You don't owe anybody. Have you heard of that kind of statement? I think it's ridiculous. We need to start holding ourselves accountable. We need to start holding ourselves accountable for our friendships, our relationships, our lives in general. We need to start holding ourselves accountable. Because how can you say you don't owe anybody anything? Fine, even if people have been so bad and so cruel and so evil to you, there must have been one person some parts of your life that was good to you. There must have been someone at some point in your life that was kind to you. Because I think that everybody, like, we all need somebody to actually go through life. You can't be alone and then be sane. You can be alone, but the fact is that you can't be sane being all by yourself, being alone. That's why people have severe depression. That's why anxiety overwhelms people. I don't want, I agree, but some people are just wicked and do not want to change. And that's actually fine. If you're wicked and you want to stay wicked, that's actually fine. That's great. There's a part in the Bible that says, whatever you find yourself doing, keep doing it. If you find yourself in wickedness, keep being wicked. If you find yourself doing good, keep doing good, right? So keep doing it. But at the end of the day, when you need salvation, you need someone to save you, it's usually because of self. That's it. Like I said, we're selfish. We have become so selfish. We have become so selfish. For you to say that you don't owe anybody anything, you've been on earth for how long, and that's what your mind could come up with, that you don't owe anybody anything. I mean, I owe my siblings a lot. I owe my sisters a lot. I owe my friends, the few friends I have. I don't have a bunch of people in my life, right? But the few friends I have, they are worth it. They are worth it. I don't joke with friendship. I don't joke with the people in my life because I know it's very rare. It's very, very rare to have genuine people, people that actually want you to win, people that actually want you to succeed. When I opened my YouTube channel, when I opened my YouTube channel, I was actually very scared. It was a friend that actually pushed me. You have a question? That's fine. You can ask your question, Christiana. When I opened my YouTube channel, it was my friends that pushed me to open the YouTube channel. And I did open it, and they were the first people to actually subscribe. They pushed the channel to their friends to subscribe. Like the support was there. If I post and I send my link to them, sometimes I don't want to send links to them. If they have time, they scroll through my page and they watch. And I've been in severe issues, I've had severe problems before in my life, and it was still my family and my friends that saved me. So, how do I wake up tomorrow morning and open my mouth and say, I don't owe those people anything? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So, I think anybody that has that mentality should actually sit down and reevaluate themselves. They should sit down and reevaluate themselves. Just imagine that you've done so much for somebody, you've sacrificed, you've been there through thick and thin, you've done what needs to be done, and then you hear the person say, I don't owe you anything. Ridiculous. In the midst, okay, you ask a question, in the midst of people not wanting to change, what should a person who was betrayed and is depressed do to help them put things in the past and move on? Because life has to go on. Of course, life has to go on, like you said. I've been betrayed by people. I spoke about it in my first life. I've been, I've been, I've been backstabbed. But what do I tell myself at the end of the day? Not everybody is the same. The same way they say all men has come or all women are gold diggers and they've put a narrative on everybody. I always say that not everybody is the same. Your upbringing is different from the other person's upbringing. That person that hurt you might be hurting you, should I say unknowingly, or from a place of hurt as well, right? So if you tell, I'm always very open. You do something to me, I come out and tell you, oh, this is what you did to me, right? Even at work, they know me. This is what you did to me. I don't like it. I do not appreciate it. Please do not repeat. You say, oh, you keep on repeating it. I give you distance. There's some people that you actually need to give distance. You need to actually leave some friendships or some relationships. I moved from I changed cities. I left the city where I was and I moved to a different city. Why? Because of my mental health, right? I knew that I could no longer flourish in that environment. I knew that if I kept on staying in that environment, I'll eventually run mad. Yes, I'll eventually run mad because of depression and the anxiety I was um, passing through. What about the trauma? That what about the trauma can come as a result of betrayal? Yes, I do believe that traumas come from betrayal, and betrayals come from trauma. I'll explain what I mean. Okay. Um, there was this patient. I studied psychology in school, right? So during your internship, you have to work in the hospital for a bit, right? So there was this patient that I worked with, and she lost her mind. She was mentally unstable. Why? Her husband betrayed her, right? He was going outside, he was doing what he was doing, and at the end of the day, that the whole scenario made her extremely depressed, and then it affected her mentally, right? So, um, trauma, okay, you corrected yourself. What about that trauma can come as a result of betrayal? Of that betrayal, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so as I was saying, trauma can come from betrayal and betrayal can come from trauma. So she was betrayed and she got traumatized. She ended up in that state. Sometimes in the morning she starts wailing. I can't believe like she's mentally unstable, but she's wailing. I can't believe this is my life. I can't believe this would have been reduced to. They had to chain her because at some point she became very violent. And I have a friend who was abused, right? She was abused as a child. And her being abused, I think from the age of 10, she got abused. So she's addicted to sex. She's addicted to sex. And some people will see that kind of person and be like, oh, you don't have proper upbringing. That's why I don't really judge anybody because you don't really know where that person is coming from. You don't really know where that person is coming from. But when I draw the line is when the person does not know that they have an issue. When you don't know you have an issue, or you know you have an issue and you don't want to work on that issue, right? You know you have an issue. You see, anger, so people say, oh, I'm hot tempered, I'm temperamental. It's from a place of trauma. That's your anger, that's your hot temper. It's from a place of trauma. Yes. Some, like, let me say, 80% of those cases are trauma cases. That's your response to fear. That's your response to protecting yourself or protecting your feelings, right? Then you see people who are prostitutes. I'm not supposed to say that word on the internet. People who do that do sex work for money, right? Not all of them are doing it because they want to do it. And you see people who are the rainbow stuff, right? I know people who went to boarding houses in Nigeria. I know about three people who actually confided in me in uni, right? They went to boarding houses. That's why I say I can never take my child to a boarding house. So they took their children, they were in boarding houses, right, in Nigeria. And there's no supervision, number one. Supervision is almost non existent in those boarding houses. And some teachers are molesting students, some students are molesting their fellow students. Some students are seeing what other students are doing and they want to try it out. So you can imagine from that young age that has been instilled in that person. It's going to take the grace of God and a lot of effort to actually bring that person out from that situation. Oh, but do you know people can have an issue and they know by knowledge that it's an issue, but they don't know by understanding. Exactly. That's why there's this founder in psychology. He says that you can only help an individual, you can only help someone who knows they have an issue and know that they need help. I can know that I have an issue, right? Okay, I'll let me put myself out there, right? I grew up like in a family of six. I grew up in a family of six, and my other siblings, they're like my immediate elder sister. She's 4 years, 5 years older than me, right? So I was slightly far behind. I was far behind, and I was always on my own. So most times, I was in the house by myself, right? So there was this inbuilt anger that I had, and it was later on in life that I actually understood that I had this inbuilt anger that I'm always by myself. I was alone, and I was like, okay, since I grew up being by myself, that means I don't need anybody. I'm fine by myself. So I realized that that was a problem. Someone tries to come close to me, I push the person away. I don't need you, right? I realized I have to sit myself down. I'm like, why am I so comfortable being on my own? It's a good thing, yes. It's a good thing being comfortable being by yourself. But to an extent, when you actually sit down and weigh your pros and cons, you actually realize it's an issue. And I told myself that, oh, this is actually a problem. Oh, that if I want to perhaps settle down in the future, that means I can't actually stay comfortably with someone in the house. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can't be comfortable being with somebody in the house because I'm used to being by myself. So I realized that I have that issue and I started working on it. So you can't help somebody that realizes that they have an issue but they don't want to help, or somebody that does not even realize they have an issue at all. You can't help those kind of people. Like someone in an abusive relationship. You're in an abusive relationship and you think that's your own sign language of love. If they don't, oh, very good. I just remember someone in my university days. I remember her name is, oh, I'm not supposed to mention her name actually. And this person in question, we're very close, like very, very close. That was 2027. No, 2017, sorry. 2017. We were very close. And she was in medical school. I was in um, psychology department. So we're sharing a hostel. That's medical and psychology, right? We're sharing a hostel. And I was not really friends with her like from the beginning of me coming to the hostel, but along the line we became friends. It's still hard to read her books. Medical school is way harder than psychology, right? Good. She cooks morning, afternoon, night. The guy does not eat stale food. And mind you, this guy as well is a medical student. This person she's cooking morning, she wakes up very early in the morning to make to make breakfast for him. Before class dismiss, she comes back to the hostel to make lunch for him to eat. She makes dinner. She has to go to the market to buy things for dinner. He does not eat stale food though, but he's in the university with her. Now I had to call her aside and ask her, do you know you're actually lacking behind this important exam they write in medical school? She's not reading. She was not reading for the exam. I'm like, do you know you're actually lacking behind? I'm telling you this as a friend, not because I'm prognosing in your affairs. Like I barely see you reading like the other medical people and all that. She said, oh, I should mind my business. I said, oh, I'm so sorry. She had a problem, but she does not know she had a problem. And apparently this guy, she's light skinned, she's very, very light skinned. This guy was beating her black and blue in the hostel. In the hostel, not in off camp or inside the hostel. This guy was beating her black and blue. So sometimes I'll see her like she's applying foundation. I'm like, I know late for class, you're applying foundation. Her rooms and my room, her room and my room were totally different. So definitely I will not know what is happening in her own room, right? So this guy was always beating her. He always had his hands on her. He's stalking her like a hawk. So at some point, like the guy was actually going to kill her one of these days. I I had to try and, oh please, my dear sister, I'm not putting my mouth in your relationship, but please, would you like to run for your life? She said, run for what? That did she come to complain to me? I said, no, you did not come to complain to me, but I'm concerned. She said, concerned about what? I did not know what to answer. Because really, what am I concerned about when the person who is having the issue does not see there is an issue? Okay, that example of a toxic relationship, suffer a trauma. Exactly. I'm getting to that point. I'm getting to that point. So along the line, I had to give her space because I think she went to go and tell the guy what I said, and the guy was also giving me attitude. So I was scared for my own life. So I had to give them space and mind my business. So along the line, they had this heated argument where the guy actually carried um, a big block and was trying to use it to hit her on her head. So it was just God that saved her that day. God saved her. So she actually ran to my room and was like, oh, please save me, oh, help me. This guy wants to end me. I had to take her to my room real quick and I locked the door. Bruises all over her body. I asked her what happened. That's why she just started breaking everything down. She lost her mom at a young age, right? Apparently, her dad was already cheating on her mother before her mother died. Her dad was never kind to her mom. Her dad was never kind to her mom. And thereafter, when her mom died, the ill treatment was passed directly to her and her siblings, right? And the stepmother that he married, or the woman he married, was not kind either, was not kind to them either. So she just felt like if this person is not beating me, if this person is not doing this to me, if not doing that to me, if not controlling me, that means he does not like me. That's when I actually understood where she was coming from. That she's not willingly being in that relationship because she thinks that's the best she can get. But because that's what she actually grew up. She grew up in that situation, and that's the only decisive form of love that she knows. That's the only form of love she knows. So even if you're offering her a better kind of love, so far she does not see that form of love as wrong, she can never leave that kind of relationship. So when I realized that that's where she was coming from, I was like, oh, I was like, oh, she was actually not the problem. It's her upbringing. That was where the problem was. So even when the father got to know that He knew that someone was beating her in school. Like, as a father, if my dad hears that someone even slapped me, my dad will leave everything he's doing to come and meet the person. The person will answer questions. But this man never even came to school. Instead, he actually packed these girls' bags. I love you. You're my wife. That's funny. How would you advise and help someone like her? I'm getting to that, Christian. So, when we went to our house to actually report the issue, right? That is what is happening in school. Um, okay, that's weird. So, when we actually realized that this was getting out of hand, we had to take the matter to her family, right? So we reported the matter to her father, and the man called for a meeting. And I expected the man to like warn the guy or stay for my daughter and all that. Guess what this man did? He packed the girls' bags that night around 10 p.m. I was shocked. He packed the girls' bags. I don't know what the guy told the man. I don't know what they said. And he threw this girl's things outside by 2:10 in the night. We had to start packing her clothes to take her things back to one of our friends' lodge to keep her things. So imagine a father that can treat his child like that. What do you think? Like any kind of love the girl saw at that point, she would accept it. I love you. I'll make you a good home. I'll take care of your daughter. I never said I had a daughter, Mr. Richard. I never said I had a daughter. But thank you for the offer, anyways. I'm very grateful. So, any kind of love she sees, she's going to accept it, right? So, it took time. Our friendship actually ended at some point, but it took time to actually break her. I had to make sure that I broke her. So when we like took her things back to one of our friends' apartments, and we had to stay together. We had to actually watch her and all that. It took time. It took time to actually break her. So it's like that toxic. Christian, please, I don't have strength to laugh. Guess what? The next week, this guy came to the. I don't even know how he found the address. We left the hostel, mind you. I don't know how he found the address. He still found us and came to the house with a humongous teddy bear. He came with a big teddy bear and chocolates and gave this girl. And this girl now started crying outside. Did I reconcile though? She and this guy reconciled. And me, I was just standing at the veranda looking at them. I was like, oh my God, what have I put myself into? I became the bad person. I became the bad person. Hmm. I had to call our other friend, our mutual friend, and I told her the situation. The girl was so pissed. She had to rush back home, and we saw the guy. We had to ask the guy to leave the house. With um, we're not comfortable with his presence. Cap, I found the address. Richard, what address did you find? So we had to ask him to leave the compound because actually I was scared. I won't lie that I was not scared. I was scared. Someone that can carry block to hit his so-called girlfriend. What about me? What will be my case? And the point is lack of understanding. Her own was actually worse than lack of understanding. It was worse than lack of understanding. So like I got so pissed and angry. Like there's no kind of prayer that we did not do for miracle. Hey, I've said her name. There's no kind of prayer that we did not do for this girl. We had to pray and beg. I begged Miracle, please, please, hey, I said her name again. I had to say, please, leave for your life's sake. Okay, see your body, you're very fair. At least, okay, if you don't want to live for your life's sake, live for your body. See injuries every time, injuries, 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 injuries on your body. This girl eventually packed out of the house we're staying. Remember that we left the hostel at that point and we moved into an apartment, right? So she actually packed her things from the apartment that we were staying and moved back. Easy. You need a miracle. I understand you. I'm here for you. I love your voice. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Richard. Christian, she actually really did need a miracle. Oh, she needed a miracle. She needed a miracle. And guess what? God actually delivered her. My prayers did not go in vain. My prayers did not go in vain. So at some point, I said, okay, let me just leave her alone because I was now the bad person. And I will not lie, that friendship really hurt my feelings. But it doesn't mean that, like I said initially, because someone hurt my feelings, it doesn't mean that I'll stop being a good person, right? Good. So that friendship really hurt my feelings and it really made me sad because I mean, I was just trying to save you. I was just trying to save you. I was trying to be a good friend. So she went back to stay with this guy in question. Hmm. And it was from my house that I now heard that the medical exams she failed. Apparently, this guy in question, the guy that was beating her, his father is one of the directors in school, like in medical school, right? So even if he fails, they'll give him some kind of privilege for him to rewrite his exams. Do you get? So like it was so sure that he was going to pass, even if he read or he did not read. So Mira, my friend in question, she failed the exams. And this is someone that's you can barely she's on scholarship, mind you. She was on scholarship and she lost all the money, like all the scholarship because she failed that exam. Apparently they pay you some kind of money when you're on scholarship that she was giving the guy. They're just eating the money apparently together. The guy too was on scholarship, so they were enjoying themselves with the money. She was not saving. Let's see if I say, I pray she does not find me here. Oh. I pray she does not find me here because I'll be in big soup. Ah, I'm coming to your location to marry. Be ready for me. Mr. Richard, this one now sounds like a threat to it's like you're threatening me. You say I should be ready. So, my dear sister in the Lord, Miracle, please, if you see this video, please don't come from me. It was a mistake. I did not intend to say your name. So apparently, she failed. The guy, she had like I think 4 receipts. So if you have like 4 or 3 receipts, you have to repeat the whole year, right? You have to repeat the whole 300 level. So she had to repeat. I don't know, did she repeat or did they waffle? I can't even remember, but it was a very, very serious case. But the guy in question, he failed only one course and he got the chance to write it again. He moved on. I think that's when her eyes actually cleared and she understood what I was telling her. But she didn't have the guts to actually come back for us to be like friends again. I would never hurt you. I'll treat you like the queen you are. Very interesting. Thank you very much, Mr. Richard. I'm very grateful for your proposal. That's a very nice proposal. So apparently, she had to fail medical school for her to come back to her senses. So she failed, and the guy failed just one course, and he wrote his course, the one course he failed, and he moved on to 400 level while she was talked. So the last time I checked, she's left the guy. She has left the guy, and to the glory of God, she's dating somebody so nice. Even if we're not friends again, I was so happy. I was so happy. this person in question, imagine going from someone that beats you like, I don't even know, even a toddler, don't beat a toddler like that. Go from someone who beats you like that to someone who takes you on different kind of trips. Different. She does not spend once each semester is done, she's going on a trip. Once there is public holiday, she's going on a trip. The guy opened a business for her. So at last, my prayer did not go to waste. I have to go now. I need to join a meeting. It was a pleasure. My name is Doe. Well, when do you normally stream? Just in case I don't really have any time I normally stream. I just decided to try this whole thing out. I'm so grateful, Mr. Christian, and it was really fun talking to you and chatting. Thank you so much. Is that your Instagram? The Oluwa Phoebe thingy. Is that your Instagram? You can drop your Instagram, so I'll probably message you on Instagram. So apparently she got saved. Oh, YouTube. I don't really come on live on YouTube often. Like I said, I just started yesterday. This is my third stream, I think. So yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Cristiano. So thank God she got saved. And she's living her life now. She's doing really well for herself. Her present partner is doing amazing for her. I mean, she's a very, very beautiful girl. So, and she's brilliant too. She's really intelligent. So she really deserves. I don't actually know why. I think we're in the same one, the same boat. I don't know my Instagram as well. That's okay. I'll probably come online tomorrow. So I hope you come back tomorrow. What time did I even come on this live stream? So I'll probably come online by 8 again tomorrow. I don't really know. But hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully I do come online and hopefully I do see you here again. It was fun. So I'm so happy for her. She finally moved on. She finally moved on. Even though we're not friends anymore, even though we don't talk, she moved on and I'll be here by 8. Yay! See you tomorrow, Christian. Take care. Bye bye. So she moved on and she's doing well with her life. She opened a business. She's getting clients. She does lashes now. She does lashes. She does facials. She does nails. I mean, she's living the dream. She's living the life and going on trips and vacations. I'm just so happy for her. So at the end of the day, I do think that things work out for those who want it to work out for them. Because it might take you time to actually know that you need help. But what's important is that you actually know that you need help. That is what is important. The fact that you know you need help, you get that help. The okay, everybody should have a breaking point of where they say, okay, enough is enough. I can't keep on living like this. I can't keep on taking this. You should know when enough is enough for you as an individual, when you should move on. It's fine to like people, it's fine to like a situation that you're in, it's fine to like things, right? But what is key is for you to actually understand when to move on. That's the spirit of discernment. You should be able to actually understand when to move on with your life. So I'm so glad that she didn't wait forever. She's so lucky. I mean, she's so lucky because some people actually never get that awakening that they should run. Some people stay there till God knows when. Some people don't ever come out from that situation. So I do think that she was very, very lucky to actually escape that situation. So imagine if she had still been there and this guy actually wanted to get married to her after medical school, right? So imagine if she had actually married him. Imagine what her life would be. She'll be miserable. She will be miserable. So when they say that red signs, so people see that red flags. So people see that red flags and then they mentally paint the red flags and paint it pink. They'll paint that red flag pink and they'll keep being in that relationship for God knows how long. So I'm just so happy that she got the clarity she needs and she moved on. Please prioritize yourself, prioritize your mental health. You're just as important as the next person. You're equally as important as the next person. Your life matters, your sanity matters, your peace matters, your wellness matters. So prioritize your health, prioritize yourself before the next person. It's okay to be your brother's keeper. It's okay for you to care about other people, but you're also important, right? If someone is hurting you or a situation doesn't, should I say, favor you anymore, you should know when to get up, pack up, and go. You should know when to get up, pack up, and go. You're able to say, enough is enough. I'm done being taken for granted. So I hope this resonates with somebody. Leave if you're not being served. Leave if you're being hurt. Leave if the situation doesn't favor you anymore. It's okay to start afresh. It's okay to pick up from where you stopped and start somewhere else. So, thank you all for watching my live today, and it was really fun talking to the couple of people I was able to talk to today. And this has been therapeutic for me as well. And I hope that um, you found some kind of solace or comfort in hearing from me. I hope to see you guys again soon. And thank you all to those who subscribed and those who will soon. All right. Bye bye.